All right, Talon, if you just want to start, just your general thoughts on tonight's game.
Yeah, tonight's game was a physical game. We coming out, we didn't get a lot of calls in the beginning of the first half. Coach told us just to be tough, and then in practice, what we work on just being tough every day. Don't give us calls on practice. So this is what we came to do, is just be tough.
Okay, if anybody has a question, just let me know in the chat and we'll ask. Talon, compare this you won this year compared to last year's OVC experience in the tournament. How did you all learn from that to grow and win this year?
This year we just came with a different mindset. We just came in here. It was just like we know how to feel to lose. So coming in here was just like we gotta give it our all. Coming at the second seed, everybody's gonna give us their best shot. So we'll come prepared to play.
Matt, go ahead with your question.
Hey, Talon, great game tonight. I think it was maybe a season high, 32 minutes. Tell me a little bit about basically, I mean, I saw you out there a lot of times showing some leadership too, pulling the team together when you really needed it and things got close. Just talk about that and being really a team leader tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. But last year I had to, as a freshman, I wasn't a leader, but this year I had to step up and be a leader. Coming from the point guard position, you always gotta be a leader coming from the point guard position. But just always keeping my guys together, keeping them going. That's what a point guard's supposed to do.
What was it about SEMO there? And the guys really started off well, but when it got into a tight game, also talk about just being in a couple of tight games down the stretch that helped you in kind of a tight game and when things maybe weren't going all your way tonight. Belmont, Austin P, those types of games.
Yeah, that's we've been in tight games all year pretty much, but that's what we do in practice all the time. We do situations all the time, so we just came here just to do what we always do, just like practice.
I'm good.
Anybody else got a question for Talon? If not, we'll let him go. All right, Talon, thank you very much.
All right, thank y'all.
Ready? Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. Let's just start your general thoughts on tonight's game, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a really hard-fought game. I tell you, Brad has done a phenomenal job this year in year one at SEMO, and he's got his team playing with a lot of confidence, playing really hard. They're playing much more physical and aggressive defensively than what they did when we played them 6 weeks ago. So they were a little bit different team, and it's hard to beat anyone at this level 3 times in a year. So we knew this was going to be a battle. Give them credit. They played their hearts out, and our guys found a way to respond and make just enough plays down the stretch. But, I was proud of our defense. You hold another team to under 60 points, especially a team like SEMO that's really been scoring the ball lately and can put up 80 on a lot of teams. We hold them to 36% from the field, and we left a little bit to be desired in the free throw category. So thankfully we get some time in the gym tomorrow to shoot on these rims.
Talk about, what I asked Talon about, last year's experience and being in the tournament with some of these young guys. And this year you're obviously the number 2 seed. So the seeding's a little different, but just how maybe the experience from last year has helped your team grow and get better this year.
Well, it's helped it a lot. It makes you really appreciate it. We had a guy walk in the hotel yesterday and say, Coach, why didn't we stay here last year? I said, well, we were the 8th seed. We're not the 8th seed anymore. You get to stay close to the arena. And so that experience from the beginning has just been better. The experience on the court, obviously, we've got a few guys that have played in this tournament either last year, a couple years before. Really, I think 4 is all that we've got that have played here. And so, you got to give credit to Talon, Davon Cooper, James Baker, LJ Bryan, because those are the only guys that have postseason OVC tournament experience. And they did a great job. Those guys performed tonight. They led. Kept their cool, and leading in for a game like this doesn't just start when the ball gets tipped up. It's the days leading up to it. It's how do you handle yourself in film and walking through outside in a park and all the things that are a little bit different that throw you off your schedule for postseason. But I thought those guys did a great job of leading by example with it.
Matt, go ahead with your question.
Hey, Coach, we've been in some close games. We've been in some games that we've controlled, but we talked about this even at home down the stretch. How did some of those games late in the season that were close, Austin P, Belmont, help when you get to tournament time tonight? And the game looked like it was going to be a runaway, but it wasn't, and it was close.
Well, we knew that, and we talked about the games that we've been in, like you mentioned. Even a couple weeks ago, we're at Tennessee Martin. Thought we were going to run away with it. We didn't finish. Gave us a great opportunity to learn a lesson and to finish a close game down the stretch. At SIUE, playing from behind. Tennessee State, close game until the end, and then obviously the Belmont game. And so we've been in a lot of those games, as you mentioned. And when you've been in those games and you've come out on the winning side of those, you earn the right to have great confidence, and that you've been there, that you know how to win during those situations, and that you can go take care of business. And so, we talked about that with our team. I don't judge our team's performance on the final score just because someone else in our league beats a team by 20 or 30, and we come to a single possession or a single digit game with them. We can still have a great performance. We don't play the comparison game. We don't play the scores. But we told our guys that the battles that we've been through down the stretch, those games that you and I just mentioned, that they were going to pay off for us, because once you get to Evansville, the top 8 teams, there aren't too many blowout games. Everybody's good. Everybody's battle tested, and there's going to be close games, and the teams that have the experience and the confidence to win those are going to be the ones that come out victorious.
Talk a little bit. You've hit on Talon a little bit, tied his career high with points tonight, but talk about his leadership, because there were some times out there when guys were maybe hanging their heads a little bit. He was telling them, get back on D. He was really pulling the team together, it seemed like, tonight.
He did. I'm glad you guys noticed that because he did a fantastic job. He commanded the game on both ends of the floor. He really led for us. And I think anytime any of our guys do that, that's where they draw confidence, because we tell them all the time, we're not going to play perfect. We don't need anyone to play perfect. We just have to have a get it back mentality. And when you've got someone who's, driving the ball, not looking to get fouled, not hanging their head, not getting upset, and allowing a call or a no call or whatever it may be to affect their next play, that's contagious, and that's leadership. And he did a great job tonight keeping us organized and making enough plays down the stretch to help us win this game. I'm really proud of Talon.
So you don't know your opponent yet, and you're not going to know until late tomorrow, but you have a day off. So how's that impacted? The bracket's different this year. What's your all's plan?
We're going to do our best to go to sleep tonight. I think we get a little bit of time in the arena tomorrow, maybe 10:30. So we'll get up and probably just have a quick breakfast, come over here. We'll use all 30 minutes of that time. We'll get a lot of shots up. We'll have a little bit of drill work and things that, just offensively that will maybe be applicable to both teams, because we're going to play 2 really good teams that are both really physical and take you out of your offense. And so it's going to be a very different game than the one we've seen the past few weeks. And so we got to get prepared for that. Obviously, I haven't played Eastern Kentucky in a long time. Got to be ready for the press. Got to be ready for Terry and the high-low offense with Austin P. So just got to find a hybrid of things that we can do that would prepare us for both teams and do it efficiently in 30 minutes. And then we'll just spend a lot of time with each other. That's what we do. Hanging out in hotels, not the most glamorous thing for most teams, but our guys like being around each other. So I'm sure we'll have a couple really good meals and just spend some time with each other, watching some film. We might get everybody together tomorrow night and watch this game as we scout it and see who we're going to play on Friday night.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Awesome. Thanks, man.